I was just going to say, if I didn't lose my thought, what I was going to say.
Sorry. It's okay.
Many children, there's many children with autism. They're known as picky eaters. Some of them will only, like you learned about the one gentleman, will only eat chicken nuggets, and some are like that, very picky eaters, and it's a hard habit to break. And so it's called applied life, ABA. ABA is applied behavioral analysis, and many of our children, which I highly recommend for parents who have a child with autism, very early, as early as you can. Early intervention is the key. And so one of the strategies that we use is called applied behavior analysis. And so it's us coming in as a clinician, analyzing the behavior to determine what is it that the child is needing, what need are they trying to communicate, and what behaviors do we need to target to extinguish and replace with positive behaviors, right? So there's a lot of teaching involved. And when you're trying to break a child's habit when it comes to food, help me out with pronouncing this word, David. You have to desynthesize. Did I say that right?
Now you got me saying it wrong. Yes, desynthesize. Yes.
Them. And it's step by step at a time. So it's not easy. It takes work, but it is possible.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, David, please.
No, I was just going to say I totally agree. Again, from my own personal experience, I don't want anybody to feel like I have a degree. Rashella is the one with the degree. I'm just speaking from my own experience, and I know how hard it is once you have a habit established, or a fixation established as a person on the spectrum. It is very hard to break it. And in fact, if you remember when we were talking about NFTs on another one of our conversations on a podcast, that was a moment of fixation for me. And that's why I said, when I get fixated, I want to know everything about this. And that's why I could speak to it, because I spent hours and hours and hours. If I had free time, I was looking into NFTs. And that's how I grew that knowledge. It was a fixation, and it took a lot for me to break out of that. But eventually I'll hit something else, and that'll be a next fixation. But that's just a symptom of the way my brain works.
Habit.
Yeah. It's right. When someone on the spectrum gets something that they're interested in, they want to know everything and be an expert in that thing. The downside is socially, what we tend to do is that tends to be the only thing we ever want to have a conversation about.
Yes.
Yep.
That's my case when it comes to working on YouTube and titles and thumbnails and my fiance tells me I need to put a business hours on that door, so because you go in and you don't get
Well, I specifically suggested to Rashella what she needs to have is F time, and that's food, fun, and family. You just make that as part of your schedule is F time. You just schedule it in F time. That's my food, family, and fun time. You got to have that, or it becomes too much.
The 3 Fs, absolutely. Yep. That's a nice way of balancing.
Allow it to consume you. Yeah.
Absolutely. We have a guest. We have PCG team saying, "Hello, host. Thank you for the guests today." Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you.